God damn. Your next comic coming to the stage. This guy's very funny. Please give it up for Gage Craig, everybody. Clap for Gage. Give it up for Gage. Clap for Gage, God damn it. Fuck your wings.
I think Ryan's trying to murder me at some point. I'm definitely going to go through it. But, what's going on, everybody? How y'all doing? So, I'm just going to kind of tell y'all too much about myself, is what I plan to do.
I did it too. It's okay.
That's right.
I was going to spend my whole set talking about Jessica, but she fucked that up. But no, I was sitting around the other day just like overthinking, and I realized like catastrophizing isn't catastrophizing if you're right. Like, if a chess player were to say, I can reliably see 7 moves into the future, he would be one of the best to ever do it. He'd be fucking incredible. But if I say this week's gonna suck, I have a mood disorder, fuck you. I'm just gonna leave it here because I don't want to walk around. Honestly, actually, I'm gonna die up here. You're okay. You don't know. But yeah. So what else is going on? I just kind of. What do I talk about? So I'll tell you what. I'm just gonna let y'all know. I grew up thinking like I lived a pretty normal life, like things were regular, and then I tell people like stuff I think or things that have happened to me, and they assure me that is not the case. So my dad got stabbed a while back. He was yes. Yeah, my father was stabbed. I found out about it on Facebook. That's a weird place to find out your dad got stabbed, man. Like, you'd think they'd loop in the sun before they went fishing for engagement. I didn't know how to react to it. In the end, I went with crying face, prayer hands. It worked all right. He was in prison when it happened. He was in jail when he was stabbed. That's where dads go to get stabbed. Fish gotta fly, birds gotta swim, dads get stabbed in prison. But it made me wonder, like, what? Well, I'll tell you what. It made me wonder what the protocol is. Like, what if he had died? What if he had died in prison? Do like 2 prison guards come up to your door, like knock on your door, hand you a folded up do-rag, like he brought you his colors? He wears do-rags, by the way. That's not like a generalization of inmates. Hand me like a bottle of wine, say like, brought you a nice toilet wine he was making. It's a rosé. It started out as a Chablis, but it kind of bled into it at the end. What he's got? It's got a nice color on it. We think you're gonna love it. He does not know how to make anything. That one kind of is a generalization of inmates, actually. But yeah, so that, just weird stuff happens in my life. I was raised in a cult.
Which one?
The Southern Baptist Convention does not like it when I say that. But there were snakes at all the revivals.
Oh, shit.
And all the homeschool kids I met were functional illiterates. So I don't know what verbiage they'd like me to use. But, yeah, there were snakes at the revivals, man. I remember one day after school, I went to a revival with the permission of the adults charged with my care. We went to a revival, and there was a faith healer there. There was a faith healer. There was a magical medicine man who could touch you for Christ. And he tried to push me down. That's what it sounded like. But no, a faith healer tried to push me down. I went, and he goes, anything wrong with you? I'm like, yeah, man, I cracked a tooth a while back. If you could help me out with that, that'd be great. Before I finished speaking, he put his hand on my head and said, God, I pray you give this little fat boy some confidence. was like, that's not why I'm here, dog. But no, I didn't go down, and he was furious that I was not felled by his powerful magics. But no, I'll say it does kind of help like your self-esteem. It helped my self-esteem like in kind of a roundabout way. Just like finding out that you can't be body checked by Jehovah Jireh will have you feeling like Billy Big Dick for a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, nah, son, I ain't. No theologians in the audience.
Gordon, are you a theologian? No. You got no bones.
No, I used to be super religious. I was gonna go to seminary, fucking God college, but I know it's low-hanging fruit. Does anybody else think it's weird that the place we go to learn to hate gays sounds so much like Seaman area? I digress. I did not get into the Seaman area.
You didn't get into the Seaman area?
I didn't. I applied. They didn't let me in. I couldn't say Deuteronomy. I had a friend who got in though. She could say Deuteronomy gooder than a motherfucker. I tell you what. She was great. She flunked out though. She flunked out of Bible college. She couldn't keep her grades up. I was like, I didn't get it. I was like, how? Yeah, she only got one book to read. Anyway, now that I'm done with all the jokes that might get me like beat up by someone who doesn't believe in dinosaurs, I'll tell you, you know, we say sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me a lot to children. We don't tell children that insults get so much worse when you get older. Like, as a kid, your mom's fat. That might be the worst thing you hear. And like, that might be true. You may have come to terms with that long ago. Who's to say? But like, as an adult, you could have someone you love stare you dead in the eye and go, your daddy died knowing you wasn't shit. Imagine that. You'll make a noise you've never made before you hear somebody say that to you. Just like, your daddy died knowing you wasn't shit. I know he did. Please just hit me with the stick. Do you have any rocks around? You know? Imagine somebody saying that to you as they pack your kids into their Honda Odyssey. I'm trying to date more lately. It's been going pretty well. It's going better than any of us would think just looking at it. You know what I mean? Somebody said all. No, it's been going all right. I'll say it's weird. I didn't expect to be used for my body. You know? It's a bad body. What are they using it for? I don't know. But I matched with this girl recently, and she told me, I want you to spit in my mouth. I said, what? Me? Why? You're treating me like the dude you should be cheating on me with, and it's freaking me out, all right? I'm scared and confused. You are fucking up the ecosystem. I am clearly designed for something more long-term. I'm made to be napped on. What you need to do is go into my clean bathroom, use it to send titty pics to other people, and then come back out here so I can finish showing you my favorite episodes of 30 Rock, God damn it! And I want to be clear, I'm not kink shaming in that joke. Like, if you want somebody to spit in your mouth, that's twixt you and God. I'm standard shaming. Don't ask me to do it. You can do better. You know? Go for somebody else. That's 2 alls.
On the third all.
We're doing a different kind of comedy tonight, man. But yeah, no, dating's been okay. The last girl I dated, like, tried to give me a foot fetish. She like tried to like make it my thing. It started out kind of innocuous. She was like, "Do you like feet?" Not particularly, no, not really. And then like later it kind of evolved, like, so you don't think I have cute feet? I guess that I'm just not like particularly attracted to. And then like eventually, it escalated a lot. And she was like, so if I said fuck my feet, you wouldn't? I'm like, I didn't say that once. I didn't say that one time. All right? Listen, I'm just here to make sure everybody has a good time. I know I'm not the star. I have to be a team player. I don't have to love the play to run it. And then finally, like the final thing, she just went it got so over the top. She was like, "You're gonna buy me some lacy socks, you foot freak." And I'm like, this is not about me. This is your thing. You got some weird shit going on. It's like you got shame about it, and you just need to get it figured. How much are the socks? Fucking Pavlov's dogs over here, man. It's weird. I'd make a dope ghost. I'd be the coolest ghost you ever seen. You know that thing where ghosts like write on the wall in blood? I would do that, but only with ludicrous Move Bitch lyrics. Like a bunch of teenagers would like run into it, like go into a house, stay the night on a dare. But then one of them would like go into the foyer, look at the wall and be like, "Oh no, this girl's been drinking and busted too." And he hears like a disembodied voice behind him and was like, "I've been thinking about busting." And they just run out. It'd be incredible. I'd be a great ghost. What else is going on? I grew up in Alabama, so I've just seen like some fucked up shit. I saw a meth head once with perfect diction. It was crazy. Like just grammar and diction was on point. I saw a meth head, he said, he was talking about like an altercation he had. And he just goes, "Ooh, he didn't test me, but if he'd have had said something to me, I'd have had to have knocked his ass out." That is perfect use of the unreal conditional verb tense, ladies and gentlemen. All right? My man perfectly described a past that had not come to be. There are doctors that can't do that. It was incredible. Seeing stuff like that will fuck you up. I studied English literature in college.
Clap for that, man.
It's the only recognition I've ever gotten for it.
Yeah.
Free all, dude. But yeah, no, I studied English literature. All that really did was teach me that like there were way cooler treatments for depression in the 1800s. Like, you like now you have to go to the doctor and go, "Oh, I'm depressed, I have anxiety." I get nervous on airplanes. And they'll give you like Wellbutrin. Don't worry about how I know the name. That's what it feels like. Yeah, but like back in the day, you just go in and be like, "Doctor, the world is too much with me." And they give you more morphine than any of us have seen in our lives. There's Lord Byron coming out of a 2-week K-hole, just like, "I got a great idea for a story." I bet you do, Hoss. Yeah. God damn. Hey, I think I'm gonna leave you guys with one more little anecdote about my father.
Final thoughts from Gage Scot. Give it up for Gage Craig. Final thoughts.
I'm gonna give you guys one more little anecdote about my father, and then I'll get out of your hair. I'm not up here because we have a great relationship. That's not how you end up under these disco balls. But yeah, no, just for context, my dad is like the type of dude who is just always 1 second away from ripping off his wife beater and Superman punching the nearest person in like a Waffle House parking lot. Denny's works too. The equation is The equation is cheap breakfast, free hands. See, I'm so close to the corner now. I was about to eat shit. Nobody told me. You should be ashamed of yourselves. But yeah, no, that's just like context for me to tell you about the one piece of advice my father's ever given. I was about 9 years old. We were in a Barnes & Noble. And I looked at him and I said, "Hey, I need to use the restroom." And he said, "Anytime you go to take a shit in a public restroom, you take one leg out of your pants." And I said wine, and it was a mistake. You don't have to say wine. You don't have, you don't know that at 9, but you could just be like, "All right, man," and then go to the bathroom. But I said wine, and he told me it was so when, not if, when. This is a certainty. When someone kicks down the door to fight you, you still have mobility. You can stick and move. That's the thing. I could have said nothing. We could have got the next series of unfortunate event books, and then we'd have been done. Instead, I created my own unfortunate event by enabling the most useless core memory anyone's ever had. So that was the advice he gave me. That's not what I learned from it, you know? What I learned was never take advice from someone who gets assaulted enough in the bathroom that they have to plan for it.